Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Frontier
Hello.
Cast. First episode. Let's go, boys. I have a majority of the cast here today. Nicholas, Osiris, Guilt, Axo, and I. Hind isn't here today. So I had to open the garage for my dad. So I'm like panting because I ran all the way over here. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get there for the cast, dude. So, all right.
Yeah.
How's everyone's day going?
Good.
Bro, this morning, like, I was too fucking tired for it, and basically, I was at Moose Valley, right? And there was this black moose. I just got master hunting yesterday. So, I killed it, and I was skinning it, but there was this one guy holding out a bow, and it looks like he was aiming at me as I was trying to get the moose. So I killed him, right? And I dragged him, and I basically spun him away from the moose. And I skinned him, and he got really mad that I killed him. And he said, "You're ruining the experience for me." And in my head, I'm like, okay, like, it's just a game though. Like, you can just move on, bro. There's plenty of moose. And I decided to DM him and tell him why I killed him, because I didn't want him to be mad. Like, it wasn't meant to be toxic or anything. I didn't want to make him mad, so I tried to be reasonable with him. But he got super pissed to the point where he made everything public on the Northwind Discord. And he was like posting it in general discussion. And he's like, "Dude, this kid killed me."
Like a scared move.
And he said, "I wasn't even aiming at him, I was aiming at the moose." And now that I look back on it, I think he was actually aiming at the moose. So I replied, "I didn't know. I thought you were aiming at me. I'm sorry. My first reaction was to shoot you because you were aiming either at the moose to get it or me to get the moose after killing me."
It's either like kill or be killed though, isn't it?
Yeah, and then we had this debate in general chat, and Karnax even went into it, and he said, "Can you guys please just move this to DMs?" And I tried DMing Karnax, and he said, "Yeah, man, I'm trying to make this kid, like, DM me." And it's like, I don't really care, just keep the argument out of my DMs. I'm like, fair enough. So, this other kid, a third party, he gets involved, and, basically, what happened is, like, he got involved and he tried to get in the situation, and he said, "Well, from what I see, like, you were in the wrong." I'm like, how? I don't understand.
Like,
Killing's like one of the primary points of the game, right?
Yeah, it's like, well, it's like, okay, and so what? I'm in the wrong. It's like I killed a guy in a fucking Lego game. Who cares?
And like, problem is, like, I'm trying to explain to him why I killed him. He's like, "Oh, so you're just so self-righteous. Like, if you took the black, if he took the black moose pelt, it would have been the end of the world for you because the world revolves around you." I'm like, that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, just welcome to Northwind.
Like, he's trying to put words in my mouth. I'm like, what are you saying? And he's trying to compare me with a narcissist and shit. And he's like, "You waste your life on a Lego game."
He's just pressed that you can get the black moose.
I don't. And it's just
While he
stupid.
cries over a Lego game.
Yeah. I'm not saying names though, because I don't want to. You know, I'm not that kind of guy.
Problems, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to cause problems. I'm not that guy. I'm not Keemstar, bro. I'm not Keem, okay? Actually,
Getting people canceled, you?
yeah, off-topic story, but I was driving down to Nevada to see relatives, and I literally thought, I really think I saw a Keemstar in a car next to me. I'm not joking. I think I saw him driving down to Vegas. Yeah, do you know who Keemstar is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally think I saw him, like, driving down to Vegas right next to me. Like, bruh, what the hell? And he had that long beard.
Pull the window down and start screaming at him.
Yeah. You'll think you're like a crazy person.
Welcome to the news! He's See, the problem with that is it's technically fraud because that isn't even news. News is unbiased. He's totally biased. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but people still watch them because they don't care.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, I have a topic.
Yeah.
You know what? Did you see the Grenadier and White First Company PR?
Yeah, they lost against 1C, didn't they?
Yeah, Grenadier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really
2-0.
sucks. Like, I'm friends with Cinnamon, so I kind of feel
Yeah.
bad for him.
I was talking to him because we had a PR with HL in the same hour, which by the way we won 2-0. Let's go.
Nice.
3 on top.
3C. Pop off?
We fought them, and afterwards we're like celebrating in our comms, and like about 15 minutes after, when we're in command comms, Guilt comes up to me, like Guilt says to me and Wandy, like, "Oh my god, look at propaganda." We look at propaganda, we see Providence Law, 1C rallying after victory against Grenadiers.
Yeah, I saw that. That was
And
hilarious.
we were like, yeah, and then we went to Joint Command VC because that's where Cinnamon was talking to some other people.
Yeah, dude.
And like he explained how it happened, and I was like he literally said, like, to be fair, I gotta respect him. He knows that they just fucked it completely, and he was saying how like they just got no melee kills on one of the rounds. They had a pop, but just no melee kills. And if you watch there's a clip out there. If you watch the clip, you can see Gren's just sold the bag, dude.
Yeah. Gil DM'd me that picture of
Yeah, I sent you the picture like propaganda.
yeah. You sent me the image of 1C basically announcing their victory against Grants and shit.
Yeah.
So
But
Honestly, if they could pull this off in like the future, this could like be like a comeback for 1C.
yeah.
yeah, they actually DM me. I won't name him, but one of their officers DM me today, and he was like, "Hey, could you send me some clips of 3C fighting and give me some advice?" He goes, "They're like cracked," and I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." And I'm going to. I will send him clips, but I've been procrastinating all day. So
Yeah. Wait, do you have clips against HL? Like, I want to see
Yeah,
those
we
clips.
do.
Yeah, we do.
Send me those clips, baby.
I will, but as I'm
Better.
getting them, I want to bring something up, which is why I brought this up. You remember how when HL, who were arguably at the time leagues above 2C, because 2C was kind of down bad, no offense to the guys, but
Yeah.
they actually lost to. It was 2-1, but they lost to HL. But they beat HL even, sorry. But come when we PR'd them, they were a lot better than what we saw in those clips. Well, the PR that was cancelled before, we didn't talk about that because I don't want to slander them. But is it a issue of Grenadiers just made a mistake, they slipped up, or is that the state of Grenadiers? Are they worse than once?
Yeah. In Rose
They kind of purged after, so I think it might be the state of how they were doing with incompetence and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because most of the Gren officers, they're pretty bad in game. No offense to them. They were, because some of them got fired and stuff. But yeah, they were mostly in the trade part of the game.
Or then
Instead
again,
of-
there isn't really many Gren officers, are there?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
There used to be, yeah.
Um,
And then also, I think after War Games, DP left them, and then after Newsic left them, I think was their final thing.
yeah, when
It's like,
Music
even
left,
then-
everything went to shit.
Yeah, even then, like, because I mean, I'm not a big fan of Newsic. He doesn't like me. I don't really like him, but like even
A
then,
lot of people don't like him.
him and
Yeah.
the people that were with him, well, that joined him who were the Rose family were, experienced players or at least decent players.
Yeah.
So, and also they brought a lot of activity, but after that was gone, Grenadiers had 21 people in their detachment, like 21 altogether. So, and their squads don't even have like double digits, and it's damn bad for them. But I mean, the thing is if they try hard enough, they could probably revive. But I think after Grenadier, like after they lost, and then obviously they weren't PR worthy before Newsic left because they were already down bad there. But when Newsic left, they kind of lost it all with all their activity. So.
I remember last night I was in the Rose family Discord, right? Because I'm a guest there.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
basically I was talking to Robbie, and he was talking to me about like music. He's a good leader, right? It's just there's been common issues, and it's not just his fault, you know. It's also other people's fault. Present day with Grens, the problem with Grens is that they don't filter out the people that are bad, and they just like invite people. It doesn't matter like their skill level, because music kind of did that, and I think Robbie was talking to me about Cinnamon leading Grens. He kind of said something along the lines of Cinnamon doing the same thing, and if you think about it, stuff that the elite companies doing that just kind of eliminates the entire purpose of a tryout, because tryouts are supposed to filter out the good and the bad.
Because if you look, they have like 2 to 3 tryouts a day. They barely look into the person's background unless they're like a common enemy or something like that.
Yeah.
And half of Grens, I don't know if this has changed, but since the last time I was in HPC, they would just sit in off-duty VC for hours and hours, and when anyone needed help, they wouldn't be there. They're just sitting off-duty VC.
Yeah. I think it's because they kind of just... That's the only VC they're allowed to be in, to be fair.
And when I was in 3C, I would melee duel these Grens, right? And they literally sucked ass. I'm sorry. Only the NCOs were actually good. Any ranger was like dog. I'm sorry.
Because they're the only ones that are actually really skill checked.
Yeah, they're basically the only ones that get filtered out.
Yeah, it's even worse now. There's actually another topic on the Rose family, actually, relating to Grens. Do you know what happened with Flemington?
Yeah. Wait, no, not Flemington.
I'll actually explain it. I've been, me and him have been calling a few times over the past kind of weekish, and he's been the kind of keeping me up. He's appealed now, but he was actually DD'd from, well, he was in 4C, and he wanted to leave, and 4C, I'm not going to stand them, but there was something that happened there, and he eventually got to leave, which he wanted to. And about a day later, or maybe on the same day, I think, he got DD'd by, I believe, Ben, for being in the Rose family, because Ben, you know, there's a 3-day raiding cooldown rule.
Oh,
Ben,
Yo,
it's
Big
Ben
Man Hind. Gosh.
Oh, hello. But Ben basically made it, so Hind, you might want to make yourself a speaker, man.
Yeah, join the VC, you big monkey, you little bitch.
But Ben basically said to, I can't remember where I saw this, but I got sent a screenshot by from that he extended the rule so it was 2 weeks before raiding, even though
2 weeks.
Yeah. So you know,
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of that either.
Yeah. Yes, to make it change like the charger and stuff.
Ben basically just said it would happen, which I don't know Ben's side of the story, obviously, but from what I've heard, so if I'm wrong, I'd gladly be proven wrong, but
yeah,
he basically, that happened, he was DD'd for being in the Rose family, even though he hadn't raided yet. So, and then Newsec quickly kicked all the other members who were in the HBC to make sure none of them got DD'd.
Yeah.
So he's actually appealed at the moment, but
Also,
it's not looking great for him. I mean, I can read out his appeal if you want, but...
I have a quick question, because, you know, Rose family guest announcements, all that shit. I don't know. Actually, you're not supposed to be
I'm not.
in the server.
Yeah, we're not in there.
I'm not in there, and even if I was, I wouldn't be allowed in there because he doesn't really like me.
Basically,
Why are you not allowed?
He made an announcement in the Rose Discord. He said, important announcement in regards to the HVC and this whole leeching thing. So apparently they leeched, I don't know. And he said, I've talked to Ben and he'll be giving us a pass, but you are not allowed to raid under the Rose family for 2 weeks after your discharge. Think of it as an extended 3-day rule, which it kind of makes sense. I like that. I'll support that rule, honestly. I'm not even HVC anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I do feel like it's kind of unfair, bearing in mind, you know, they didn't really do anything, and I think Ben has kind of taken it almost personally that Newsec left, and that's why Rose family are taking more of a brunt than most factions that have leeched have done. And when I was, actually I won't name who I was talking to, but when I was talking to someone who is in Rose family, they did tell me that there was proof that, and Newsec had claimed that he wasn't leeching, but after they had a few conversations with Ben and certain other people, they were actually shown proper proof that he actually was leeching, which is fair enough. Man's on his grind, but he shouldn't claim to not leech if, you know, he is gonna leech. But
yeah, it's better to tell the truth, because if you don't tell the truth, things will just get worse when you're caught. That's the thing.
Or you get away with it.
Or you get away with it, but with leeching, that's very hard to do, especially in HBC.
Not much, I'm just talking about Rose family, Grens, and
Nicholas is dead. Like, he hasn't talked at all. I'm concerned for his well-being. Nicholas, are you okay? Please talk, baby, please.
You know what? I might be old to this, but I have a question for Nicholas.
Oh my gosh, Baker Joe is speaking. Speak.
Whatever happened to your evergreen coat?
I still wear it. Actually, I was wearing it earlier today, but because of like the Ducat white, like spherically, I switched to like a porn bit, so then I made a Charleville carbine.
No.
I feel bad for no one who was literally just a pay-to-win player on this game when they said that you can't trade Ducats anymore. Like,
I
as in,
really
like,
hate how
you know
people
those
think
people.
it's pay to win.
No, but you know how those people who had like 1,200,000 fucking Ducats, and they would just. Sorry, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
I mean, alright. Like 1,200,000 fucking Ducats, right? And then they would just basically sell Ducats at a ratio price, and it's like, bruh. Like, that's what really annoyed me.
Yeah,
Like
Ducat
that, like
items, like
Ducat
they fuck
items,
the economy.
Yeah.
That's the main trade thing, and
The economy has been shit for the longest.
I'm really
Yeah.
in shock how Zoltrax wasn't like given a DD or anything from HBC because he purposefully crashed the economy, and he told me that in MBC.
I mean, it's
I
not
don't think
DDable.
it's not really the HBC's business to deal with people who.
The person who inflated scarf prices, they're the one who should take any and all blame for any economy ruining.
Yeah, that was Zoltrax.
Because I remember when I first started, when I first came back to the game actually in January, I could buy a scarf for 8K. Now I can't. It would be in my wildest dreams now to get the scarf for 8K.
You know, it's because the scarves were like kind of like recent, you know, back in like December.
Yeah,
So
they were
in
recent
January.
then, but still, the amount they've exploded in terms of price.
Yeah.
I'm glad you can't trade festive scarves.
Yeah, or else it would be worse than it already is.
The whole Zoltrax situation, but I think the fact that Ducat items aren't able to be sold on the market anymore, I think it's gonna help the market a lot. Because
after they went,
like, if it's temporary.
Keep in mind, they said it's temporary. Yeah, they said it's temporary.
Yeah.
It's good that it's temporary, but like, I really like how it's like not available for now. It makes sense, and I like the way that developers are going with this. Like, everyone's talking about, oh my god, they aren't working on the game, they're delaying the game. They have been. Like, they've just been focusing on the economy so that everyone can have a fun time selling shit, you know? That's what that's one of their main focuses. I think the developers are actually working on the game, you know, because they've been posting teasers last month for like 3 weeks in a row, right? So, like, they've been posting teasers frequently last month. They haven't posted any this month, but, you know.
Do you want to have a look at them? Do you have a look at few teasers? I can when I edit it, I can flash the pictures up on screen, so.
Sure.
Or videos.
Bert?
You've got let me have a look. Well, you've got the old ones, but the good ones are the videos. Like
those ones actually look really nice.
Have you seen the one that Laz made about the Northwind AI?
Oh yeah, I love that one. Dude. That's gonna be very fun.
That's actually a really good feature because it's like when you're bored, you can go and raid, and also for people who are new to the game, they can also, you know, actually fight.
It's a good experience.
Having to play against sweats.
Sounds like a lot of fun, right? Like,
Yeah, I think it helped to like reduce the sweatiness of the game and kind of make it more like something that everybody could enjoy instead of having a skill gap.
Yeah, because when the game comes full release, obviously, when there's a bunch of new players coming to the game, and then you have people who are doing like 1v like 5s, that's not going to be fun for those people.
But here's the thing, though. A skill gap game means that people that are just better are gonna put in more time to get better. But then if
Yeah.
you have a game that doesn't have a skill gap and is just friendly to everybody, it's easy to beat and not as many. Like once you pick it up and you finish it, you're done.
Yeah.
Also, I think they made a really good decision by removing quick switching, but I think they should also ban custom crosshairs because that's completely ruined the purpose.
That's kind of a bit OP. Yeah.
Yeah, it's extremely OP.
Extremely OP. Saying a bit OP is like saying you're half pregnant. I'm sorry.
I know Laz said that they shouldn't they can't enforce it well because it's really hard to find someone who's using something like that.
Because it's like if you just hit a good shot,
that's true.
I mean, you can't just start like reporting them for crosshair if you just hit a good shot.
Speaking of like those features that you can add yourself to the game. I get that they want to ban auto clickers and macros and all that. She said the problem is that some people, when they're fishing, because like fishing requires like a lot of clicking. It's a clicker. People like hurt their fingers over that shit, and I'm one of them. Like I hurt my fingers just trying to get a rainbow trout. I'm not even joking.
Not once have I fished.
That's why I
Not
use
once.
my
Oh
thumb.
God!
I always use
I
my
have
thumb.
never. My fishing skill is 0. I have never fished.
I'm like a adept. No. I'm like almost adept fishing.
I've never fished, and yet I have a fucking brass and ebony superior fishing rod. It's like I got it from the old captain from 3C King Chris 3. When he left, he kind of just gave me his old set. So.
Lego money rod. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Chris gave you his own, old set, even the brass fancy.
Yeah, he gave not the brass fancy, but he gave me his brass set. I already yeah, he did. Yeah, I already had the Prussian, but I don't think a few
What
of the
happened
things.
was Chris?
Oh well, actually, do you wanna? Okay, yeah. Let's. Gil, do you wanna help me explain this situation? Actually.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. So, for like the only kind of internal fighting that 3C had was between the mage and the captain, 1D, and King Chris 3. And so, King and 1D would go back and forth for like the past probably like 6 months. It was like when King got captain, it went from them having a good relationship to a power struggle between who's on top, which is partially my fault because King 1D allowed King to have power, but like as in like in the company, like almost like executive power. Like if there was something wrong, he could just do it. He didn't really have to ask. But 1D kind of deals with power and leadership with if you're the main leader, you have that kind of power, right? And when I came in, and I wasn't leading at first, it was all fine. But when I eventually started like leading after the Grenadier PR, where we ended up winning, and I kind of went like, yeah, I actually can lead still, guys, because I didn't want to. I wanted to let them do their own thing. They obviously, it kind of started slowly shifting from King to me, and after King had lost War Games, sadly, against HL, War Games before the last War Games, he kind of lost motivation to play and be active. And I gotta give props to the guy. He's a cool guy, but real life before Lego life.
Yeah.
But after that, it kind of got a bit wobbly with their relationship, and then sometimes King would be kind of being the bitch in the situation, and then other times 1D would be the one being the bitch. But eventually, King pulled a dumb move, and he said in a VC with our Lieutenant Colonel Catmat that he wants to coup 1D, and also kept saying and also kept saying it to like me and Gil and other people, and we didn't really say anything because we aren't like 6'9s, but after it was said to Catmat was like, I don't want to do it to him, but I'm gonna have to bring this to Yoshi. And they talked, and after that, King, they got in a VC with King, and I was there. I think Gilt was there, DP, and
I wasn't there.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was there. So it wasn't just command VC, anyone could join, and they kind of just brought the news to him that he was getting removed, and he was like, oh,
I mean,
okay.
He told me that he was losing like motivation and stuff because he had to go do stuff like IRL, you know. And since school's coming up, he had like a lot of commitments as well.
Yeah, he wasn't.
You know what's funny?
better.
If a private was to do the same thing, he would get DD'd in like what, 4 days?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say that's different though.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't think the pirate can. I said pirate. The
Well,
private
it would-
can do that.
Yeah, it would have been bad for the company if, you know, they DD'd a captain who'd been there for like, you know, I think a year. So
Yeah.
they didn't really want to, almost a year, I think, but they didn't really want to do that.
Like,
and
bro,
Chris
also-
seemed like a nice guy. I liked Chris a lot.
imagine like OQ, okay? Like, okay? Like, just imagine what was going on inside his head. Just a bunch of mini hymns in his head, and then one guy's like, okay guys, hear me out. Like OQ. And everyone's all like, yeah, good idea, we like this guy.
He's I don't know. Like, I don't know what. I think at the end he was like, Wandy won't do anything because Wandy wasn't really doing too much. He was Wandy. The thing is, like, Wandy has his own skill set, but the skill set he had wasn't what King wanted him to have, and certain people in command. But now that, you know, that's all done with, 3C has had probably 0 internal fights for months, and then like when I was talking to like, actually I won't diss any other company, not any other. It's a, you know, it's a company that's RG, and I don't want to diss them. But someone I was talking to said that in their company there was a lot of internal fighting going on, and I spoke to another person in another company, and there's a lot of internal fighting going on ours. And I'm like, damn, we actually just don't have any internal fights. Because like me and Gil and like all the commands, even like us to the the rankers, we're all like friends. We're all good with each other, you know. There's no really like arguments, and if there is, it's brushed over and everyone forgets about it within 3 minutes. And the arguments are mostly just people who are like privates and arguing with each other. So
This is a good start to the podcast, honestly. Like, we have everyone here, so this is what we needed. So
Yes, sir.
see,
Like-
this is what I wanted. I just wanted a bunch of friends and for us to just talk about the hit.
Oh yeah, we haven't totally been recording for the past 20 minutes.
Yeah, we have.
Wait.
Yeah,
No, we haven't.
I've actually
We
been
just
recording
started.
for 27 minutes. So
I'm leaving.
We ain't redoing that again. Sorry.
Lego
But-
podcast episode
But if you did the thing with OBS where you click it and it's like, sorry, you didn't set a folder, I'm literally gonna jump off a cliff.
No, don't worry.
No, but I was just thinking, Oris, so you said you weren't gonna come today because you were busy, and then you were
Plans
you were the
changed.
first guy here.
I was gonna go biking for like 4 hours, but I decided no.
Yeah,
4 hours.
He's the Turkish schedule. All right, the Turkish exercise schedule.
Oh,
Bike
we know
for 4
sports.
hours.
Actually, you know what? Do you want to watch?
Yeah, get up in the morning, bike for 5 miles, then bike for another 4 hours.
Don't forget to be pro chef. All right.
Yes.
He's like a pro chef. He makes like I always ask him, bro, can you cook for me? Hang on, okay.
Who was
Why,
it?
he's gonna like come to your house and like cook for you?
Who was it in Theresa who used to do that? I swear it was like King who just kept giving like I swear King gave you like a recipe before Gil.
Recipe. Hey, he's never given me shit.
It might have been Adrian. It might have been Adrian. who gave a
Adrian? Nah, it's not him.
He gave a recipe to someone in command because I remember, like that guy was like a quote book dude.
I'm back.
3C cook?
3C quote book. That's actually a thing now, you know. Gil.
What is?
I've officially made a book, a 3C quote book.
Wow.
Well, I've just written all like.
A quote book. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I don't
let me
Oh,
actually-
God.
Let me actually read one of them from Guiltless.
Oh yeah. Nah.
Let me actually read one of them. Hang on.
Hang on.
You
I'll play. You can get to the
fella
audience.
or a
Alright,
fart
I'm moving to the
fella?
audience. I'm moving to the audience. Easy.
No, no, that's suppression, bro. CCP.
Suppression,
looking
bro.
ass.
CCP. Bruh, Alpha, you can just click on like the panel.
Yo,
There you
I'm actually gonna get racist.
Do it, do it.
Don't do it.
On the podcast.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Get us canceled.
No, don't do it.
First podcast gone.
Oh, no, good God. Do not do it, ma'am.
Deleted from Northwind and fucking
Deleted
Reddit.
Half an hour wasted right now.
No, but let me read it. Let me read it. This
Alpha is the only quote me.
This was no. There's a bunch, but this was the first. This was like one of the first ones, and it was from this. It was from the last war games and the Grenadier PR where everyone thought we were.
Hey yo, don't judge me.
And this guy Guilt in the middle of the fight while I'm leading, and he's co-leading with me, and he's like, "Eat them like dinner." He just starts screaming, "Eat them like dinner!" in the fucking thing.
Hey, chill.
Wait, Gil,
Don't-
what do you
don't judge
mean by that? No, talk to us. No, there is no homo after that. What do you mean by that? No, Gil, what do you mean by eat
So-
them like dinner?
So
What do you mean by that?
right? We're actually like destroying them, right? I'm gonna be completely honest, right?
So you were destroying
like-
them.
Yeah, we were like gobbling them up basically.
You were gobbling them up. Is that what I'm hearing?
No homo. Chill.
No. There
Yeah,
is
you
no.
nasty, bro.
Oh, God, no. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Gil,
Chill.
you're telling me you were, and I quote,
Oh,
gobbling them up.
No, I said no homo. Chill. Hey yo,
This is why I love Houston. Oh
this
my
is why Alpha brings problems everywhere.
This is why I love Thursday, bro. It's just the funniest fucking.
Yeah, we should do most random stuff.
Everyone when Guilt,
My
everyone when
stomach
Guilt joins
hurts.
Tuesday now.
Bro, everyone's making fun of me in that.
Everyone.
Oh wait, Gil, are those the direct orders that you give before you go into every fight?
No,
No.
hell no, bro.
Like,
One time
wait,
thing.
was it Megan the Stallion that said gobble gobble? No, it was Takashi. Like gobble gobble up. Yeah, okay. So I see that's your favorite artist.
Oh
Okay.
my God, you don't understand how hard it was not in the HLPR because we made a joke about it before. You don't understand how hard it was for me not to go eat them like dinner in the while I was leading against HL.
Eat them like dinner.
Oh, all I've taken away from this is like Gil in the middle of a raid goes eat him up. That's all. You don't even know. That's all I
Hey, yo.
take away.
It's on clip. It's on clip. It's on clip. It's literally on a Gren like a Gren clip.
Oh no.
I'm glad I have this recorded.
Oh no.
Yo, hey, Axo, edit that part in. Just him going, eat him up, right? Or gobble him up, whatever the fuck you like to say.
Get into that shit. Eat them, bro. Eat them like fucking dinner. Come on, get that shit.
You can hear this thing gobble them right now,
Bro,
bro.
I swear, if this podcast gets like 100 views, bro, I'm going down in the drain.
Quartermaster area.
Yo,
Oh, chill out.
If we get like 100 views, right, I'm leaving 3C. Just because of that quote.
Now that's the goal. Get 100 views.
Yes, you're already there. 100 views.
Oh, you actually, you know what?
Northwind community.
million views will get Northwind.
I've got a recent one actually. There was one, and it was from Anton in 3C.
Wait, what did Anton say?
Anton, he was streaming, and a guy in a faction called BTS came up to him, and he
Hey,
said,
yo.
"Guys, I'm being followed by a BTS chef, and he likes K-pop."
Wait, BTS is
Oh
chefs,
my-
bro? BTS is chefs, bro? Bro.
I don't know.
What
Apparently
food
they
do
are.
they feed them to give them that like bright
What?
skin? Like they put oil
Magical
on themselves.
sparkles.
Whoa. Why are you
The
talking about
retardation.
another man's bright skin like that, bro? What?
Oh, no.
Bro, what is this
That's not what I meant.
racismo?
No,
Hey,
Nah. It's something we don't know about
they
you guys,
They
bro.
put makeup on, right?
if they're
Literally.
bright skin, right?
Really enjoy them putting makeup on?
No, you know,
Oh
like in
my
the Elizabethan
God,
era, they
Like,
used to put like
what the
light
fuck
on
is
their
on, yo?
Shut your ass. Alright.
Whoa.
Shut my
Actually-
cheeks, bro. What do you mean by that?
You're putting
Actually,
words in this one. Right here.
You make everything so sexual, dude.
Nah, fam. It's
Yeah,
what
you're
you're
the one
saying.
sticking it right now.
bro, what do you expect? My
You're
man's,
making it very hard.
rolling with Fanboy Company. What do you expect?
Okay. That
Okay.
doesn't speak
he's
for
not
all of us.
Oh god.
That doesn't speak for all of us. I promise.
Kid Among Us backwards, dude.
Oh my god.
I'm not falling for that.
Yo, Nicholas said something.
Bro,
No way.
someone just shot George Foston in the neck.
Who's George Foston?
Right.
How do you not know who George
I
Foston
don't know
is?
who he is.
Someone shot him in the neck.
I don't know. Okay, so he's a man. You gotta change my in-game name to Chris Hansen
Well, why? This is why.
because
I'm gonna have to
can't
cut that
you,
joke out.
Predator? Why is Chris Hansen so controversial?
I don't know.
Why does everybody hate him? I like him.
You know what? I have an idea. Guilt, I think I've got a good nickname for you.
Hein, you're going to the audience. Bye.
No.
No.
Oppression. Oppression.
First
You
was
raise your
Brazil, then was Zimbabwe, now it's audience.
Hey, funny story. Our
Yeah,
VC, right, in 3C was named Mumbai Zoo yesterday.
and now it's yeah,
Don't do that. Wait, how did you do that?
and now
I'm
it's
just
named,
better.
and now it's named fucking Kings.
King's men with a
Like,
flushed face.
I also like I
Yes,
was,
man.
yeah. Why would you do that?
You just made it more weird.
I originally had my name JoJo.
He just moves on.
Shouldn't it?
That's how you do it.
JoJo Siwa? Neither do I.
No,
Hey, yeah, behind.
she's actually in a group chat with me and my friends. Like, they,
Wait,
for
what?
some reason, they like bunch of my friends, like one of my friends, she decided like, right, we're adding JoJo Siwa, and they all started simping over JoJo Siwa, and I was like,
Bruh.
why?
Isn't
Why?
you just you a lesbian?
They are lesbians, to be fair.
Isn't she like a 10-year-old?
Well, a couple.
No, like 17.
Whoa!
17?
I don't know, bro. I don't keep up with that.
Oh, hi, would you DM me, fam? Can you give me perms to change names? No, screw you.
No.
You're such an op. Bro, Takashi the shit out of that.
Shut up. Shut up, weeaboo. Oh my god.
He's a weeb.
Definitely. Sounds like.
Hey guys, I serve a different high.
At the end
And then
of the
if
day,
you
want
Marvel
this.
Wait, why
comic books
can't
are
I
better.
serve a Defen?
Let's see how long it takes for them to realize.
Wait, why can't I serve a Defen, Guiltless? I'm gonna.
You can.
Server deaf,
Just
eh?
click on me. Like I did it to Hein. Look in VC.
Wait,
I'll
Or like
let
a
you
podcast.
server deaf, yeah.
I'm right.
Just to be funny.
And it doesn't give me the option to serve.
I'm on mobile, bro. I'm just better.
Wait,
Oh my God,
how do you
bro.
undeafen him, bro?
I don't think you realized.
What did you do?
Hey, let me undeafen him. All right, yeah. So yeah, like I was saying. Oh, and you went on mute. Never mind.
Anyway,
Your
yeah.
jaws.
Go, continue with your story.
Nothing. Nah.
Oh my god, SMA.
Continue with the story, damn it.
Actually,
What story? What story?
I've got
The
a good
story
one.
about how I put your balls in your jaws.
No, stop. This is going too far.
I actually have a good story.
Put your balls in your jaws. I said it wrong. No! Oh god.
Yeah, bro.
Hang on.
Oh god. Okay.
You guys want to hear a story, real quick? Hang on.
We don't want to hear your story, Axohard.
It's not a story. Hang on. I wanted it. It's not a story. So there's actually a new faction to the game that can rally 15 for some reason. I don't know how this has happened.
The faction that can
Montreal.
rally 15
Yeah.
in
No,
September of 2021 on the hit game
Yeah.
Northwind? That's
Gas,
impossible.
gas.
So let me explain. This guy DMs me and he's like, greetings, Major 1D told me to message you. I quit the Wild West community a while ago and decided to make a Northwind faction. My
Wow.
faction consists of new and old time players that are fairly wait, what? That doesn't make sense. Whom are fairly
Who is it?
His name is Eternal Apple 123.
That's a very
Wow.
creative name.
And yeah, and he asked me, like, we would like to PR because I was told, like, PRing people is good, you know, to get good at the game, and
Yeah.
that's what he said. And I was like, sure. And then he was like, today, let's rally today. And I was like, wait, what? This guy's like, PR today, and it's like we did the same thing last week with NU, and we only just won because we weren't prepared at all. But when we were about to PR them, literally like 10 minutes before he DMs me, and he's like, hey, sorry for the short notice, but we're not gonna be PRing. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, but
What
that's
faction,
bro?
Montreal.
it's Montreal.
Bro, I was gonna
It
make
was
a
okay,
faction
yeah.
called Montreal Rangers, but then I just
Yeah,
quit.
I thought it was you. For some
I
reason.
suck ass at making factions, alright? And I had so many
one thing
ideas
I'm
for
good
one, but like
Rafa.
I never really like am dedicated
Hey,
to them.
bro. I can
Rafa,
slide
bro.
you some advice. I can slide you some advice.
But just don't make factions. That's the best advice.
Nah.
Yeah, but actually, yeah. I honestly, like, something I really wanted to do while I was like leading my my few factions. I really wanted to get my guys and go into like one of the bigger factions because we could rally like 10 to 15. But I wanted to go in and get like a division in one of them because I almost felt like it would be cool because like it's almost like in the HBC you always wanted to be the best, but obviously we couldn't join the HBC and we didn't want to.
Yeah.
So what if we're just the best in this faction?
You guys remember a few months ago there was it wasn't Snowies, but it was a little group of protesters.
CLM.
It's basically the CLM 2.0. I led that. Okay, like.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. I'm big guy. Oh my gosh.
Wait, you did?
I did. Yeah. I was in charge of that. I told you, Osiris.
When?
I told you 3 months ago.
3 months ago is a long time.
You're dumb.
Yeah, it is a long time.
Wow, 3 months is a long time. Okay, like whatever you say. But like.
I mean, am I not wrong?
Yeah. I was like a stupid kid. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna move left. Oh wait, we're gonna move right. Okay, we're gonna go back to 10.
Dude, I was told that like I know that CLM were pretty bad but apparently I didn't know at the time. You guys were just hardly ever in VC with the majority of people because you guys would turn up with 30 people. Like after.
Yeah, and half them would be in VC.
I was never in Snowy's CLM, but I basically had a random group of people that were both in VC and not in VC that we just like go and like pillage HVC for. We literally outnumbered them and scared the hell out of everyone. And
I remember.
But then we lost because we got pushed back.
Yeah, I remember once I went like they had like 30 people and we were in the fort with like 12.
Yeah,
and
like,
you guys all pushed in, and because you're not in a VC, you can't order to push out. So all of you died, and we were like, no.
Just imagine we all just come up from the walls and we're like, "What's up, bitch?" And everyone's just like screaming.
Oh, dude, like whenever I'd walk out the fort and I'd see like a few CLM people in the server, I'd be like, "Oh, cool." And then I'd walk out the fort and see 30 people. I'm like, oh, it's like, another one of those.
There were 30 people coming down the hill to fort, and all the HPs were like, oh shit, and they went back in the fort.
The thing is, though, the funny thing is like, you guys were trying to be peaceful at first, and then like, Gren's just.
We got shot down, so we decided to start 2 riots in a row. And we like basically, we didn't kill everyone, but we did just, like cause a lot of casualties, so it was pretty fun. Lego deaths. I find entertainment in killing Lego people. All right. No. Okay, we're gonna cut that out. Okay, cut that out when we edit that shit.
Bloopers.
That's how we get. That's how That's how you get.
That's how you get canceled.
That's how you get banned from YouTube, dude.
No, that's how you get banned from Northwind, bro. They're gonna come after everyone here in the podcast.
True. Like
fine.
First alpha.
Oh. Man. How long
you wanna
has
watch
it been?
the
It's been fucking 42 minutes.
Wow.
Wow, time flies by.
Yeah. I gotta dip soon, like 10 minutes.
No, you're not allowed to.
I gotta go.
Holding a hostage, Guilt. Fuck off. Alright?
Nah, fuck you, bro.
No, fuck you.
Should we actually make? Like, how long are you? Do you think we should make those?
2 days, bro. 2 days long, clearly. You know, sleep podcast.
I'm asking easy, and this guy is just dead. This is bad podcast.
Dead. Okay, I'm deaf. I'm sorry. I can't hear you guys.
Hey, yo.
I can just feel the vibrations. All right.
Bro, there's 6 foot of fucking soil between me and your ear. Okay.
Yes.
A plant's growing right next to his ear, so I can't leave.
I mean, we could either probably like watch the 1C or like 3C versus HL clips, and then probably close up there, or we could just close up now. And watch it next time, I guess, or do something.
I can probably cut it off now. Hang on. Of course, we're gonna edit this little in-between part. Or I'm gonna kick your ass, Axo. I'm gonna kick your ass. All right. Okay.
No, please.
That's the end. That's the end. That's the end. That's where it ends.
Alright, the end. Podcast over.
No. Okay. Well, that's gonna be the end of this little
Bro,
episode.
I swear to God, this is gonna
Before you eat, say Bismillah.
Bro, I'm gonna get like 20 people in HPC pinging me.
Oh,
Alright.
you forgot something
Watch this
easy.
podcast.
Hang on, let me do the outro.
Hey,
let me do the outro real quick.
Every Saturday.
Yeah, every Saturday, 5 p.m. EST, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be the end of the first episode of the Northern Cast. I hope you guys enjoyed us being fucking stupid monkeys. It's Saturday episode, yes, every Saturday, 5 p.m. EST. This was just
Today's
the first
a Sunday.
episode on a Sunday. Shut up, Osiris.
We do a little
Whoever that
trolling.
was. We do too much trolling. I hope you guys watching this have a good day.
Yes.
School is tomorrow,
School sucks.
so
School sucks.
you have my condolences.
Hey bro, I
goodbye.
hope your day sucks. I'm out.
Wow.